from my little brother. When they robbed my house.
And after being robbed, they killed me.
My dad was kidnapped.
You moved to the U.S.
Well, I moved here because of several reasons. First, Venezuela was horrible in the insecurity. It's like people who get robbed and my neighbors, and suddenly it was up.
Mudarnos aquí fue resultado de una llamada telefónica que le hicieron a mi papá. Era un hombre que le dijo a mi papá que nos estaban esperando a mis dos hermanas y a mí fuera del colegio. Y le dijo a mi papá que si no pagaba cierta cantidad de dinero, una cantidad absurda de dinero, que nos iban a secuestrar.
The experience that impacted my life the most would be when they robbed my house, because I wasn't there, but when I got home, the police was there and I didn't know what was happening. I was only like 7, so then I never really found out until like a year later, until I was like grown up and I knew, because there was stuff missing, like all my clothes were like. So then, after when I grew up and I realized what happened, that's why I moved. And robbers came into my house when I was at school but my mom was with my little brother, and around 5 armed guys came into my house, and they were in my backyard and they were trying to get into my house, and in order to get into my house, they got a gun and were at shoot point from my little brother. So when my mom saw that, because my little brother was in the kitchen alone, when my mom saw that, she threw him to the ground, went upstairs, grabbed the gun, and shot the wall, so they would hear the gunshot and leave.
En ese momento mis primitos pequeños de 10 y 11 años estaban secuestrados, entonces sabíamos que eran 6. Inmediatamente mi papá fue a buscarnos para que fuéramos al colegio. Mi papá sacó todos los papeles y nos venimos para acá.
My mom called my grandma, and thank God my grandma had workers and arms in her house, and so around 20 workers in my grandma's house came running with guns, and there was a shooting in my backyard. So after that, we decided to move.
One of my mom's best friends, she was murdered because someone wanted her BlackBerry, and after being robbed, they killed her. And that was really scary because it was shocking.
Mis papás me cuentan de una Venezuela diferente, una Venezuela feliz, una Venezuela libre. A pesar de todo lo lindo que me ha dado Venezuela, yo nunca conocí esa versión de mi tierra.
Well, my parents tell me Venezuela was a happy place. My parents, like my parents went out. My parents went to parties. My parents could ride bicycles. My parents could do all of these things that they found that we couldn't do.
Yo todavía tengo familia en Venezuela. Tengo primos de 20 y 22 años que han tenido que pelear contra el gobierno porque el gobierno pretendía apoderarse de su universidad privada, la católica. Mis primos corrieron entre tiroteos y bombas lacrimógenas para defender su derecho a una buena educación.
You don't understand how, for me, walking around in Key Biscayne, not having to look over my shoulder, not having to have a bodyguard, not having to have a car with secured windows, and then just being able to move around freely, being in a school without worrying, are they gonna throw bombs at us, or people don't know what it's like to not even feel safe in your own house, in your own room.
Yeah, a lot of the time when I would call my grandparents and they were still living there, it would be very hard because you never knew, if one day you just get home and something would happen to part of your family that was still in Venezuela. So you were always, living on edge because you never know if anything could happen.
La mayoría de las personas desconocen es que el problema de Venezuela va mucho más allá de la inseguridad. La expropiación de empresas, falta de educación moral, falta de educación en general. No hay libertad de expresión. La escasez de alimentos es impresionante. Imagínate ir al supermercado y no encontrar leche, huevos, harina, papel higiénico. Hace unos meses fui a Venezuela y fui a McDonald's y pedí una hamburguesa y me dijeron que no tenían hamburguesa porque no tenían carne.
Well, and now Venezuela, when I lived there, I would get home. It was to put the alarm. We had bunkers all over my house, cameras. We had a special door that was bulletproof.
My car was bulletproof as well, and I had a security guard. And that's how life is now. You can't go around just walking about being freely. Now, if you want to go out with your friends, it has to be at your house. You have to get out of your car quickly. You can't go out at night. Like that's something. That's a dream.
Yo creo que el mayor problema es que muchos venezolanos ya no ven a Chávez como un presidente ni como un dictador, sino como un ídolo nacional.
My dad was kidnapped.